Um, Going back to when you left Impact, what were some of the things that you did beyond like bringing in the resources, but how did you take that first step to make that your business idea into reality? Like, when did you say, okay, these are the things that I know I need to do, or this is what I'm going to do next?
Well, a couple of things. I got certified in being a coach, and thankfully, a peer of mine who she had transitioned from pastoral ministry a few years before I did and was doing professional coaching. We had breakfast together, and I'd always brushed the opportunity off, but for some reason, it spoke to me differently. And so I started my certification for coaching as I was transitioning. And this was also during COVID. So a typical work day for me as a pastor would have been out in community at a local hospital, at a recreation or whatever it is. And I just would not have had the time to do the number of hours that were required to get my coaching certification. But when COVID happened, everything went virtual. And so here was this window of time in order to get the coaching hours that I needed. And that was a big part. And then we, started putting our shingle out and asking people across the country about taking up this opportunity. And I was worried, I was concerned. Could we meet our goal? And I think the goal then was anywhere from 5 to 10 initial coaching clients. And suddenly, we start meeting this goal. And I kept the client list on a little Excel spreadsheet, and the names kept increasing and increasing until I realized, wow, this could be a sustainable venture. And then partnering with folks like you to make sure that our marketing and all of the website and all of the technical things that I just have no idea of how to do, but needing very good people like yourself to do that. And luckily, as a entrepreneurial pastor, there are a lot of different types of pastors, and I think we need all of them. But I was more of an entrepreneurial pastor who took several risks. We started a lot of programs. We started a lot of ventures. So I went back to that muscle memory, but this time I decided to do it for myself. So Tara, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but the transition for me came down to this phrase, and I say it very often. I want to bet on myself. My whole career, and it's nothing wrong with it. I think we need to support people, but my whole career was supporting other people's dreams. It would be during church and after church is over with, hey, Olu, please pray for me. I'm applying for a job in Washington. And then 2 weeks later, hey, I got the job and we're moving. So that had been my whole career. But I realized I didn't bet on myself very well. And this transition coming from the local church as a pastor to being a small business owner and entrepreneur really was about me betting on myself and putting all of the technical and support systems that I had helped other people put in place to do it for myself. And thankfully, 3.5 years later, it seems like it was a risk worth taking.